In a remote mountain town tucked deep in Colorado's wilderness, a police officer vanished without a trace. The only clue, a burned-down home, and a message no one was meant to hear. This is the story of Mason Hale and the Whispering Pines Trail. Briar Ridge, Colorado, is the kind of town you don't find unless you're looking for it. Nestled deep in the San Juan Mountains, its population barely scrapes 400, and the nearest full-service hospital is almost 2 hours away. Cell service drops off before you hit the first bend, and the only road in winds through 27 miles of thick pine forest. It's quiet, cold, and in some ways, forgotten. Officer Mason Hale was one of the few outsiders who stayed. A former Denver police officer, Hale had moved to Briar Ridge in 2013 after suffering a gunshot wound in the line of duty. According to those who knew him, he was a man looking for peace. Solitary, respectful, and calm, Hale spent most of his days patrolling the mountain roads and hiking the local trails, particularly one known as Whispering Pines. In the early morning hours of October 12, 2019, something happened in Briar Ridge that would shake the town to its core. At approximately 3:47 a.m., a seasonal hiker renting a cabin reported seeing an orange glow near the tree line. He initially assumed it was a campfire. By 4:13 a.m., fire crews from neighboring Gunnison arrived to find Mason Hale's cabin fully engulfed in flames. Despite the efforts to control the blaze, the structure burned completely to the ground. Once the smoke cleared, investigators found no trace of Hale. There were no remains, no body, not even bones. Only the frame of the house, collapsed and charred, and an eerie sense that something was off. What made the case especially strange wasn't just Hale's disappearance. It was the nature of the fire. According to state fire investigators, there was no accelerant detected, no faulty electrical wiring. Hale had used a wood-burning stove for heat, but it was found mostly intact and unburned in the wreckage. Several surrounding trees had scorched bark on one side, only suggesting an intense, localized heat source that burned too hot, too fast, and in too specific a pattern to be natural. Then came the blood. Roughly 200 yards from the ruins, in a patch of early October snow, search teams discovered a trail of blood. Lab tests later confirmed it belonged to Officer Hale. The blood appeared smeared, as if he were crawling or being dragged, but it abruptly stopped near the entrance to Whispering Pines Trail. Canine units brought in from Montrose refused to continue once they reached the tree line. One dog froze and whined. The other turned and bolted back down the path. According to the handler, it was as if they had run headfirst into something invisible. 2 days later, during the search of Hale's property, a fireproof lockbox was found beneath the scorched floorboards. Inside was a high-8 video camcorder. The tape inside was undated, but timestamp analysis suggested it had been recorded 3 nights before the fire. The footage showed Mason Hale in the woods, visibly shaken, whispering into the camera.
And they keep watching. I don't know what they are, but they're not human. They stand between the trees and don't blink. If I disappear, don't come looking for me.
The final moments of the tape are chaotic. A loud crack echoes through the forest, followed by the sound of Hale running. Then static. When investigators reviewed trail camera footage near Whispering Pines, they found nothing. The cameras had all stopped recording at 2:11 a.m. on the night of the fire. Weeks later, a local search party hiked Whispering Pines to the summit. What they found there only deepened the mystery. An abandoned ranger station, long since collapsed, bore a message carved into one of the remaining beams. He walked into the trees. No one could say who wrote it. According to town records, the station had been out of use since 1982. Theories about Hale's disappearance range from mental breakdown to foul play to the more bizarre local cults, cryptid encounters, even supernatural abduction. But in a town as small as Briar Ridge, secrets don't stay buried long, and the forest doesn't usually give up its own. To this day, Mason Hale remains missing. No new evidence has surfaced. Whispering Pines Trail is now closed to the public, officially due to structural hazards. But locals say the real reason is different. Some say that on cold nights, if you walk the edge of the tree line and listen hard enough, you can still hear him whispering. If you have a theory or if you've ever heard whispers from the trees, leave a comment below. We're listening. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon, especially if you want to hear more stories like this one. Until next time, stay out of the woods.